Over my time making videos, I've got a lot of people worried about how safe marketplaces actually are, whether that's peer-to-peer or bot sites. And so I just wanted to cover those concerns and find out if there is actually a safest marketplace. And spoiler, one is safer than the other. All right, so to get right into it, for some background information, Valve has recently had no problem at all completely banning very high value accounts, preventing them from ever cashing out their skins. And so a lot of people just getting into trading have that worry that what happens to these big accounts is going to happen to them. But to understand if it will happen, you have to know why Valve does it in the first place. And while the reasons are not directly stated, we can find common trends. And so over time, it's been pretty clear that Valve does not like sites where you roll dice, if you know what I mean. And while it's not common to get banned for using them, a lot of people that supply these kind of sites with skins by buying them through various marketplaces are the ones that get targeted by Valve. And so if you're not doing that, generally you're going to be on the safer side, but it does carry some inherent risk. Then the other common ban reasons are scams, obviously, and people who launder money. And this is where the main reason lies. Because if you're trying to hide money, you'll be getting gifted a lot of skins that you paid for in a different currency. And so all Valve sees is a bunch of very high value skins getting gifted to you over and over again. And in theory, that's going to look the same as if you used a peer-to-peer market over and over again, because you just get gifted the skin. And it would be the same for bot markets as well. And so then the question is, how does Valve know that we're not doing anything suspicious and they shouldn't ban us? Well, to be honest, we don't really know. But we know that Valve does try and avoid banning the average trader, because Valve is very well aware of the third-party marketplaces and the value that these skins have. And they also know none of these skins would have the value that they do if it weren't for third-party sites. So they're not against third-party sites directly, meaning if you're just trading, you are not their enemy and they're not trying to ban you. But it does happen on the occasion. And when it does, Valve has often reverted the changes as long as you contact them directly and go through the processes. The only problem is Steam isn't necessarily jumping out of their chairs to help every random account that they wrongfully banned. But it is definitely possible. And while that does sound scary, you got to remember that these chances are extremely statistically low, and it's normally targeted to really big accounts, and even then it's still a low chance of happening. And so as your average trader who's not making a living off of skins, you've got very little to worry about. But let's say you really wanted to play it safe and you wanted to take zero risks. Well, I mentioned previously that one of the sites, either bot or peer-to-peer sites, are safer than the other, and it's true. Bot sites are actually going to be the safest option to trade your skins, because Valve themselves familiarizes themselves with the bot accounts tied to these marketplaces and puts all these accounts on a list, and Valve will rarely ban any accounts on this list because they know they're official ones from their respective marketplaces. And often if the account that has your items does get banned, normally the bot marketplace would compensate you for the loss in value as long as you're using a reputable one. And so in summary, if you're your average trader, you do not have to worry about these kind of bans, and if you really want to play it safe, avoid any of the dice sites. And if you're convinced you're going to get banned for whatever reason, just only use bot marketplaces, and that'll be your safest bet. But yeah, if you're watching this kind of video, you're most likely interested in making some money on the market. And if you are, check out this video on screen, because I cover everything you can do to prepare for CS2's next operation to make some extra cash. That's all though. Bye bye.